I remember I was in the car. Coach Dillingham FaceTimed me, and it was like the first head coach to FaceTime me, and I was in the portal. And just talking to him, and then like the entire coaching staff kind of followed after him, and just getting that first conversation with them, like, yeah, they're definitely like towards the top of my list. Like, let's do a visit there.
We've got Arizona State running back Kanye Udoh. Kanye, 5 spring practices in the books, man. How are we feeling?
We're feeling good. We're still working out some kinks, but it's fun. Getting after it.
Absolutely.
How different is it just in your couple of weeks here in Tempe versus your previous stop at Army?
There's definitely a lot different. The vibe, the energy, just everybody really is just different. Like, I practice, we just be having fun, listening to music, but obviously we still stay focused and get the job done and everything. But it's a different vibe, different energy.
They were playing the We Are the Champions for the first, 2-3 practices?
Just
just
first 3 practices.
nonstop,
Coach
man.
Dillingham was torturing us.
Did it feel like torture at that
It felt
certain
like
point?
torture. Like, I wasn't even here last year, and they were just, we are the champions, we are the champions. I know that song word for word now. Like, the whole team does. So
Is that, do you like that message that he's very clearly trying to send, even though you weren't here last year, does that still resonate with you?
No, it definitely still resonates with me. Like, we won a championship at Army last year when I was there. So that mentality of, and obviously I had a good season last year, that mentality of what you did last time is not going to help you play this season. You know, that's very important going into a college football season because people like to get complacent. And when you get complacent, you get knocked off the top spot. So just keeping that work ethic, remembering that, you know, people are coming for that top spot all the time.
How do you keep yourself from getting complacent, especially at a position where it feels like there is so much talent in that room?
Right. Just discipline, really. Like, that's what it comes down to. Just discipline, just remembering why you're out there, why you started playing the game in the first place, why you want to succeed, and just keeping that thing the main thing, you know?
Is discipline the biggest thing that you took away from your time at Army?
Yeah, it definitely is. Something that everybody has to learn at Army. Like, it's a skill that you have to learn if you want to succeed there or just even survive there, really. Because everything's so regimented and everything is just, like, planned out for you step by step by step. So having that discipline of being like, okay, you can block out distractions and you can still do what you need to do, it's huge.
What has carried over in that discipline? Even though you're not at Army anymore, what have you taken from that experience and applied it so far here at Arizona State?
Right, just like little things. Like, I'm gonna wake up early, make sure I get to the facility on time, make sure I get enough time to eat breakfast and get ready for practice, or after practice if I'm tired and I just want to get out of there, like going to the jugs, getting extra catches in, getting extra work in, just blocking out that voice in your head that says, like, you know, stop, take it easy, be lazy today. Like, just blocking that noise out and just staying focused.
I think there's obviously a lot of stories that you hear of like welcome to the NFL moments or welcome to college football moments. I want to take you back, obviously, a little bit to your time at Army. Do you have like like, damn, I'm at Army kind of like story?
Does it have to be with football?
It doesn't have to be football, no.
Okay, so at Army, it was when I was doing basic training. I think it was like the second or third day. Yeah, second or third day of basic training. So I'm already like shell shocked. Like, what the heck's going on? So they give us all like military equipment, right? And then they have us put it in like our lock boxes. It's like a box like that size of the table. And it locks up with like 2 padlocks. And during basic training, you have to like take off your military equipment and put stuff in a box, take stuff out of it, like constantly like go throughout the day. So one of the things that they check for, like when they inspect your room during basic training, is making sure that the lockbox is locked. And that's like a huge thing, right? So I remember that they had us all lined up on the hallway. They checked all of our lockboxes. And like, I remember my entire company had stuff like unlocked in their lockboxes. They were taking out military equipment left and right. And they took us all out to the soccer field by the school. And they had like people put on gas masks and stuff that they took out of their equipment. They were like, oh, you don't want to lock your stuff? Like, put it on or whatever. So people were walking around with gas masks, bulletproof helmets, bulletproof vests. Like, and then they had them wear it for like the next 3-4 days.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah, nobody forgot to lock their things after that.
You didn't have to wear anything though, did you?
I had to wear a helmet. That was like a bulletproof helmet. It's
I think it's a little
ACH.
better than the gas
Yeah, a
mask.
lot better than the
feel
gas
like.
mask. Yeah.
So we mentioned obviously like fitting in and feeling like you're at home here in Tempe and having fun, but also like on the football side, schematically in this system with Marcus Arroyo and Sean Aguano, seeing the success that Cam Skattebo had and now a void that needs to be filled. How do you feel like you're fitting in on the field in that room specifically?
I definitely feel like I'm fitting in really well. I feel like I'm really getting my timing down with the offense, getting comfortable playing with the guys on the offense, and just getting a feel for everything. Because it's a different run scheme than it was at Army, and obviously we pass the ball a lot more. So just getting a feel for it, like nothing that I'm not capable of doing, but getting reps under my belt and getting comfortable doing it is huge. Like today, like there's a lot of runs today where I was able to just like run free because there's so much space, or I had to make like 1 or 2 cuts and get out of there, and I didn't really have to worry about like being stuffed in the box as much. So.
Was this, and it's still so early on in your time at ASU, but through 5 practices, do you feel like, man, I'm still super happy that this is the decision that I made to come to Arizona State?
Oh, 100%. 100%. Like, this is exactly what they told me on my visit. No lies were told. At all. Like, cut and dry. This is what they said. This is what I expected, and this is what's happening. So, it's great.
Did you know before you met Kenny and Arroyo and the staff that Arizona State was like maybe that #1 place for you, or did it take a conversation or two to be like, you know what, that's where I need to be?
So entering the portal, I didn't necessarily have like a list of schools that I wanted to go to. Like I knew about ASU, like everybody did, with the season that they had last season. So I remember I was in the car, Coach Dillingham FaceTimed me, and it was like the first head coach to FaceTime me, and I was in the portal. Just talking to him, and then like the entire coaching staff kind of followed after him, and just getting that first conversation with them, like, yeah, they're definitely like towards the top of my list. Like, let's do a visit there, set up a visit to come out here, and then love my visit. And right after my visit, I committed. So,
what stood out about the visit to Arizona State? Obviously, we were talking a little bit earlier that you're originally from the East Coast and all that type of stuff, the time change and all that. But what stood out about being in Tempe?
The weather. But just coming here, honestly, like it sounds generic, but like Coach Dillingham is such a genuine person. And I think he's such a rare personality as a head coach, like the way he relates to his players.
Yeah.
So that really drew me to him initially and drew me to this program. Then there's also one of our recruiting coordinators was at Army before this.
Oh, wow.
So I knew her, and she came out here and was working with Coach Dillingham. She obviously like recommended everything like really well. Like it's like, no, like actually like this is a great place to be at, because we were friends before this. So, I obviously trusted her opinion on everything. Then getting around the team a little bit on my official visit, a couple of the guys, shout out CJ and Jacob for hosting my official visit.
You're fighting Kangaika as your guys.
Yeah.
Some characters, man.
Two characters. two good people to host a visit, though. They should keep those 2 people for sure. Just being around those 2 really, like, they really showed like what this place is about. Got to watch a practice here too, and just being around the coaching staff, being around Coach Arroyo, saw his plan for me, and I feel like, yeah, this is the place I want to be.
I think the coolest thing that we've noticed covering Kenny and the staff and how they built the culture, and Kenny even spoke on this earlier in spring practice, is like, it's not really on the coaches to make sure that everybody's upholding the culture. It's like we set the standard, but it's on you guys to like live that standard. Do you feel that when you're playing, like when you're practicing, that all of your other teammates that you look at, you're like, okay, you're going to hold me accountable and we're going to hold this culture accountable together?
Oh, 100%, 100%. Like, for example, guy like Sam Levitt, like somebody messes up, he's going to be the first one to call him out. Like, not a coach, like he is. And that's just really the standard that is set at this team and with this culture here. And it's great to be a part of. It's different than where I was at before. But I really like this a lot more because it really builds trust like within the team, because like everybody has you and they have your best interests. So,
what's that chemistry like in that running back room? Right, it's a unique situation that you're obviously in. Being a transfer, you still have some young guys in this room. Like, of course, you've got Jason, you've got Man, and then you got a guy in Kyson that's been here for a while. He was the backup to Scat last year. Just what's the chemistry despite there being an ongoing competition?
Honestly, like they welcomed me with open arms, like they really showed me the ropes of everything, to be honest. Guys like Alto, Sip, and Man, JB, and Ralik too. Like Ralik is one of the funniest people I ever met. Like he is always happy 100 times a day. Like he will make a joke about something. But it's been fun, just getting to know everybody. They helped me learn the offense from the running back perspective, obviously. So just being around them, it's been good. It's been cool.
So you mentioned that you had a couple runs at practice today where everything just kind of opened up for you.
Right.
And then you also mentioned that in Army, the scheme and the game plan was pretty obvious going into every game. Now you're playing with potential Biletnikoff winner in Jordan Tyson, an extremely deep wide receiver room with some returners and some transfers as well, plus some great pass-catching tight ends. How does that help you as a running back to know that defenses also have to keep all of them in mind when you might get the ball?
It makes the game so much more easier, and it makes it like, you make one person miss and you could potentially be gone. Like, our Army will face like 7-8 man boxes like every single game throughout the entire game. So being able, like today I'm lining up, I'm like, all right, there's like 5 people in the box. All right, yeah. I'm like, okay. Or 6 people in the box. I'm like, okay, let's do this. Like, this is a lot easier than what I was facing last season. So it's been fun.
I love you jumping the gun, Eric. Future Biletnikoff.
I said potential future Biletnikoff winner, okay?
Looking at this team as a whole, right? Assuming, let's go, whether it's you or Sip or there's some sort of shared workload there, and you've got Tyson on the edge, you've got Malik, you've got Moss, Sam, obviously at quarterback. Like, how do you stop this offense, man?
We have to stop ourselves. We have to stop ourselves. That's really what it comes down to, I feel like. How are we going to perform, Like, it's not necessarily what the opponent's going to do. How are we going to respond to what they do? And how are we going to handle ourselves in those moments? So,
what would you say the offense's biggest weakness is right now?
Biggest weakness? I don't think we meshed yet. I feel like an offense, like, the team has to really, like, gel together. Like, you have to get used to playing with the guys that are around you. And I feel like we didn't ever necessarily get that, like, feel yet. But it's still early. Like, we're on the 4th practice, so.
Has the defense, in a good way, made it a little bit difficult for you guys to mesh, considering that basically everybody is returning from last year?
Oh, they try to. They try their best to.
I like that. Yeah. I like that.
Is there anyone on that defensive side of the ball that, and we've had a bunch of them on the show before, so feel free to let loose here.
Okay.
Is there anyone that, like, after a defensive play, you just hear him in the corner, and you're like, damn, this guy's talking again? Like Clayton, CJ, any of them?
I actually haven't heard anything from Ghost.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not yet. CJ, like, every time, like, if he wraps you up, he'll just start yelling, like, ah. He's like, yeah, like, mid-play, just start yelling. Crook, definitely, Crook plays at 100 miles per hour every single snap, like, every single snap. So those guys, they just come out there to compete, honestly. Like, it's all, like, healthy competition, though. Like, we get after each other, like, we talk trash or whatever, but it's all, like, at the end of the day, we're all on one team.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the running backs, y'all were talking a bunch of trash to one of the linebackers today during the pass blocking reps. I think it was Man, right?
Yeah, Man had a good block. He put him down.
Gosh. Yeah. This team thrives in competition off the field as well. Right. We hear about the basketball contest. Kenny playing Madden with the guys. Have you gone into any of the off-field competitive activities with the team?
Some in the weight room, but none like... I haven't played, like, anybody in, like, 2K, like, video games or anything like that yet.
If you were, what would be the game that you would choose?
2K.
Okay.
I would play 2K, yeah.
Do you have a favorite basketball team?
The Warriors.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm a Suns fan.
We might have
so
to load that up at some point. Is there anyone that's, like, sneaky strong to you in that weight room that you were just, like, you maybe didn't expect them to lift like that?
Jason Brown.
Yeah.
He is ridiculously strong. Like, he does not look it at all, but he is strong. Like, he moves weight, like, effortlessly.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and I know, like, I can appreciate it because he's a short king. But he's one of the smaller running backs. But, I mean, they were having trouble tackling him last year around this time in the spring. And Kenny was like, yeah, he's small, but he's so damn strong.
Yeah, he has great contact balance. He really does.
So we've heard a lot about the strength and conditioning program, and the big storyline going into last season was, man, Scat's kind of changed his body a little bit. Now it feels like every time you show up to spring practice, somebody's gotten bigger, somebody's gotten leaner. Is that something that you feel like you are now able to take advantage of now that you're here? Is the intense attention to detail they put into that side of the football program?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And, like, with the nutrition, it's different in that Army. I think that plays a huge role in, like, how you perform. Because getting that different, like, nutrition and then that focus really on the strength side of things is different than how it was in Army. So it really helped me develop. And I've only been here for a couple months, so.
Watch out for fall camp.
Yeah.
What's been the easiest thing for you to pick up since you've been here, and maybe something that you still feel like is a challenge for you, or something that you're working on?
The easiest thing I would say, just like running the ball. Like, you know, I've been doing that since I was 5. Like, it's pretty easy. Like, it's just an easy feel for it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel very comfortable doing it. But something that I'm really growing in, like, my comfortability and just like my skill set, I think, is receiving. I obviously at Army, we would throw the ball like 3-4 times a game, and those 3-4 passes were not going to the running back. So being able to just like really grow that part of my game day in and day out and just develop that, like, it's huge.
I think the last thing from me when it comes to being on the field is, and we've brought it up a couple of times in this show, is the fact that this team is coming off of one of the greatest running back seasons in college football history with Cam Skattebo. Does that add a little pressure, do you feel like, now that you're stepping into that same position the next year?
I mean, I'd be lying if I said it didn't. I think the whole team feels that pressure in a way. But honestly, me stepping into this position is one of the reasons why I came here. Like, genuinely is. Like, seeing what Scat did last year and having the all-time season, like you just mentioned, knowing that that pressure is going to be on me and that all the fans, the coaching staff, the team is going to be looking at this room and looking at me as a new transfer is huge, because I love the pressure. I feel like it's going to make me perform better.
100%. You again, mentioned the pressure, and I feel like this coaching staff has such a good balance of being able to turn it on when it's supposed to be on, but also turn it off and, you know, have the lighthearted fun and all that type of stuff. Obviously, you're at Army, completely different. Is it a little bit weird going into your now 5th, 6th Arizona State practice, and Kenny is over there just running up and down the field, and you've got coaches like Hines Ward yelling out there? Is it just a little different?
It is a little different, but football is football, you know what I mean? But Coach Dillingham, he be moving all across the field to practice. I was talking about it to one of the players today. Like, I just see him choop, choop, choop all across the field. It's like he be working out himself.
Oh, yeah.
That's post-knee injury, too.
Yeah,
he hurt his knee playing basketball like a year
his
ago.
first year when he was there, he used to have a microphone
Really?
that he would have out there while like they were going through the entirety of practice. It was the craziest thing that I've ever seen. I'm like, this man is
That's
like,
just Kenny.
He's just,
That's just Kenny.
How do you feel about the one-on-ones?
They're fun.
Yeah.
They're a lot of fun. Like, we were doing one-on-one pass rush with the backers today, and we're going to do like one-on-one routes with the backers, but they're fun. Like, it's really competitive. Just you and the man across from you.
Yeah, 100%. Is there any of those backers specifically that you're like, I want you?
Crook.
Yeah.
Literally zero hesitation.
Yeah, Crook. Me and him like fit up against each other today in an inside run, and we were talking about it like right after practice. We were yelling about like, yeah, you wouldn't have tackled me, and like,
Okay,
nah, I
so-
would have stuck you in the hole. I'm like, no, you wouldn't have. I'm like,
Roles reversed.
Uh-huh.
You're on defense. He's on offense.
oh yeah,
Who wins?
Me, 100%.
You know, every player that I've asked this role reversal, it's,
they're football
no
players.
hesitation.
Yeah, they're football players.
But what I want to see it happen. I want to see it out there, you know.
I'm
we need
hey.
to get like a Freaky Friday role reversal.
you should do that.
Dilly's done that before. He's had that. I think, again, the first year, the stuff they would do, they were having offensive linemen run routes with defensive linemen out there.
I need Sam Levitt backpedaling.
I know.
Well,
I
Ghost is
need
what-
Sam Levitt in bubble wrap.
That's fair.
As far away from one-on-ones as humanly possible. That's what I need. Look, I think a lot of people that watch this when we do have transfers on want to know just a little bit more like about you as a person. And we have, again, just sometimes we ask some random questions.
Sometimes, yes.
Would you
Okay.
All the time.
I don't know if we asked you this the last time that we had you on, but it's Shane's favorite question. What do you think's the biggest animal that you could kill with a sword?
And the animal's trying to kill you. Like, this is
Life
a
or
fight.
death?
With a sword? Honestly, a lion.
Wow. A lion. The confidence.
Yeah,
The
with a sword
confidence.
though, like if you get him one good time, that's all it takes.
Yeah, I guess that's fair, but I guess if he gets you one good time,
Yeah.
that's
I
probably
mean,
all it takes.
just can't get me.
Yeah. I guess he's also
That's
a
fair.
running back.
Yeah, it's a little different than us. Like, I'd be like, you know, like a cow. Because it's
Yeah.
large, but the cow's not
A
doing
cow?
anything against
That's-
me.
I don't like that
Cow
answer.
ain't
But
doing
it's a
nothing
soft,
against me.
it's a
That's
soft
a-
answer.
yeah,
It's
It's
a soft
big, though.
answer.
What's
Okay,
your
what
answer?
about you, big man?
Yeah.
Ooh. You're not wrong. A cow is technically the right answer. I feel like maybe like a hyena or something.
That's too fast, though.
Ooh, hyena.
Hyena, like that's the thing is you need something like a little bigger
Yeah,
because
you need a big
because
target.
you got a sword. First of all, you don't know how to use a sword, right?
Okay, you don't
Right.
know what kind of training I have.
Listen. Okay, if anybody here is going to use a sword, it's probably going to
Yeah,
be
it's
him
probably
using the
gonna
sword
be
the
Kanye.
best. That hyena, you're taking one swing. Hyena's this way. Now it's behind
He's
you.
not juking me
You're
out.
done. The hyena's
He's not
totally
juking
juking you out.
Okay, what's your answer?
I said cow.
You
Oh
gotta pick something else.
Something
You
else?
gotta pick something else.
Something else.
It's a soft
What's
answer.
the nice bear?
cow
There's like
can't try
one
to
bear
kill
that's
you.
nice and one
A
bear
nice
that's mean.
bear.
Isn't it like a brown bear?
Yeah, I'll take the nice bear. Give me a nice. Give me. I want this in
bear.
writing.
A panda?
Nice bear.
A panda?
A panda
Oh,
bear?
I don't think I could kill a panda, dude. Are you kidding me?
Well,
That'd
the
be
panda's trying to kill
I'm
you.
here with the sword. I'm just crying. Like, no, I don't want to kill the panda.
Captain, do you have an answer to that question? The biggest animal you could kill with a sword?
Kyle's like, I've killed 15 animals with my bare hands.
Giraffe.
No. Okay.
There's
Giraffes
no way you
are
can kill a
nasty.
giraffe. There's no way you can kill a giraffe with a sword.
Swing it like you're gonna take a hack at its leg and it's
Just
kicking
kicking
you across
you.
the Sahara,
Yeah.
man.
I'm just
like,
gonna
you're
mount
done.
it, you know.
You're just
I'm
gonna
start
mount
riding
the
it.
giraffe?
I could, you know
Take
what?
it like
Wow.
from the back.
I could see it.
If there's anybody that's gonna do it,
If anybody's
it's-
gonna tame a giraffe, it's
Yeah.
Captain Red
yeah.
Bear.
Do they need to be tamed? feel
I
like
think
they
if you're
don't.
trying to fight it to the death, yeah. Welcome to PHNX.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Can go on tangents.
Well, wait until we
sometimes.
draft a presidential basketball team.
And then-
Okay, it really gets off the rails.
Okay. The best president you think to play basketball?
It's the easiest answer of all time.
Obama?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had the third pick in this draft, and they let me get Obama.
Who was
Really?
second?
Yeah.
Who was the second? pick?
Some of you
I
picked
took
Theodore
Abe. I
Roosevelt,
took
and you
Abe.
took
I
Abe
took
Lincoln.
Teddy.
You did
First
take
of all,
Teddy.
Abe Lincoln never
Oh,
seen a
yes.
basketball hoop in his entire life. Theodore
Yeah.
Roosevelt, no chance.
Come on.
Barack Obama is a
Abe
hooper.
is tall, man.
Okay,
That's,
I know a lot of
that's
tall
important.
people who suck at basketball.
That's important, though.
He's
It's
just
important.
in here like, what did I get myself into?
I'm gonna be honest. He's tall, but like he's never seen a basketball.
Thank
before.
you.
Like,
He's athletic, but like,
yeah,
yeah.
never seen a hoop. Like,
doesn't play good
Look,
defense.
Wemby had to start somewhere. Okay?
You do not just
wait, what?
Listen,
There was a point in his life where
Thank
he
you,
didn't see a
Kanye, for
basketball.
joining us.
There was a point where he didn't see a basketball too.
When he
Obama,
was-
Wemby did.
when he was a
Wemby did.
child.
Yeah.
you are not comparing Abe Lincoln to Wemby. Okay,
I mean, I could.
listen.
I could. You got
Listen.
anything else for Kanye?
I feel like a serious question is not to kind of steer us back
Yeah,
in the
oh,
lane
so
off of La
serious.
La Land, which
So
is where we go
serious.
to. Obviously, this fan base has been like ignited
Yeah.
over the past year, and I know that you kind of come to learn about Arizona State over the last year, but this is a fan base that's been like desperate for consistent success for a long time.
Mhm.
Do you have a message to those fans who are coming off a Big 12 championship and are hungry for more?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we're gonna do everything that we can to repeat what we did last season and do even better. That's simple.